The Buzz, Australia's only live, interactive social media program on free-to-air TV, is proudly brought to you by Zetagrid, Australia's award-winning provider of on-demand IT infrastructure for businesses that want reliability, speed and flexibility.
Actually haven't even opened the lid of my laptop. Hello and welcome to The Buzz, Australia's first and still only social media TV show. Great to have your company tonight. If you'd like to join us on the program at any time, all you have to do is use hashtag The Buzz on Twitter and we'll read those out and reply to them as the night progresses. Hello, Paul Cook.
You could also put it on the Facebook page, but we don't look at the Facebook page, so chances are we won't be reading those ones out.
Well, we might get there eventually, one day. We also need to say hello to Candice Barnes. Hello, Candice.
How's it going, everybody? I'm reporting from inside the internet here again. So,
Oh, God. It worked in rehearsals anyway.
That was so funny.
It was brilliant, wasn't it?
Man.
Anyway, on with the show. Have you ever chucked a really bad temper tantrum? How old are you now? Well, this woman is an adult and she is having a temper tantrum like a 5-year-old.
You know, I do all my shit to have a Saturday to hang out with my husband. Why can't we go on the lake? Take me out on the lake!
Because you're not getting
James, just take me out on the lake!
Oh, you're throwing a fit. So you're going to text everybody and get on Facebook.
And then that's why everybody makes comments at work about you.
When they see this video, they'll understand.
Now the question is she playing up to the camera or was that grown woman genuinely having a temper tantrum?
You seem to think it's fake.
I think it's fake. No one acts like that.
So you think it's just an attempt to get some sort of viral YouTube hit,
Well,
honey, played up?
My suspicion's there. That's the sort of thing that my kids do.
Yeah, well, same here. However, if your wife or girlfriend was to do that, do you think I would probably pull over and say, you know what?
Get out.
Yeah.
I reckon it was a joke that they just captured on an iPhone. She's being a bit cheeky. They obviously, have a close relationship, and she's like,
playing,
I didn't want to go to the lake in the first place, and
Yeah.
then just escalated into this kind of mock tantrum.
That makes it more fun.
Have you ever chucked a tantrum like that?
Never, well, not in my adult life.
Only after when we don't get time to do her tweet, who to follow thing at the end
Who
of
to
the
follows
show.
once again.
Once again, yes. Now, Paul, I'd like to talk about your penis for a second.
Again?
Yeah, again. Look, I know I keep
No,
bringing
you
it up.
can't. Hands off.
But,
I told you.
There's two things that I know you really enjoy. One is penis, and the other one's Subway.
I know. And here we have a couple of young guys combining the two. Who would have thought that they
So
worked
what did
well?
they get up to?
Well, a couple of employees have... The story they're telling us is they've taken one of their rolls, the honey oat or the wheat or the multigrain, doesn't state, but they've taken one of the rolls home, the footlong, and popped their old fella into the roll.
Into the roll.
And they decided to make a video of it because it's hilarious.
Do you reckon that they took home a footlong or a 6-inch?
I don't know. I think it was a footlong. They took
Right.
an entire footlong
I
home.
question that they took it home at all. Who has a kitchen like that?
Well, that's also a very
A
good
Subway
point.
restaurant.
No. Well, I haven't actually seen the video, so I don't know what the background was like.
Well, yes, you're right. It looks like they are in a Subway kitchen.
Yeah,
They
it's stainless
also-
steel and it's clean and it's got cleaning products and no one's kitchen actually looks that clean.
Yes, and it looked like not only did they do that with their genitals,
Yeah.
they also turned some of the Subway rolls
Yeah.
into what looked like...
Yeah. So needless
genitals.
to say, these two men, after their internet hit, have found global fame, also peed into a bottle and froze that.
Well,
and
look at that, though. Look at the colour of his wee.
Yeah,
He needs
more
to drink
water.
some water.
That's the
Well,
tip.
I think he's been eating too much Subway.
They got sacked, strangely enough. And
Well,
they said it was a
strangely
joke, and they did it at home. It was totally a joke was the word, but unfortunately they still got sacked, even though it was an isolated incident.
Now, Twitter's CEO, Dick Costello, who should know better,
Yeah.
has actually broken some rules on his very own social network.
Do you know that the essence of this story, that he's a Michigan fan, he committed an NCAA violation, which I think is like ACMA, It's
something to do with the college athletes.
He has tweeted about how much he loves a particular club that he shouldn't have tweeted about, a bit of a faux pas on behalf of the head kicker there at Twitter. That's the essence of that story.
That's the whole story, really.
Yeah, so even the guy who runs Twitter doesn't really understand, how to use social media, which is the point.
Gets in trouble for it,
ironic,
yes.
Jason.
There's a photo of him, by the way. That's Dick Costello. He's the big boss of Twitter. I don't know if we can actually get that up on screen. There he is.
There he is.
And, yes. Come on, Dick, get it together.
Feeling like a right dick this week, I'd imagine.
It certainly is. All right. Now, what would you get if you took Capcom's Street Fighter and crossed it
with Benny Hinn Ministries?
With an evangelical church.
You get this.
Round 1. Fight! Hadouken! Shoryuken! Hadouken!
Love that bit. Love that bit where he goes, Hadouken!
That's fantastic.
Finish him!
If you haven't watched Benny Hinn Ministries, Joyce Mayer is the other one. She's not as funny because she doesn't do the faith healing.
Yes.
It's Benny Hinn's faith healing that is a magical thing.
It's a cracker. The other one I've seen on Foxtel on the Australian Christian channel was Joel Osteen. Now, this is a man whose teeth were given to him by God. They are just, big and shiny and...
So much money.
100,000 people in this Texas megachurch.
It is insane, absolutely insane. So much money in.
We'll try and find something funny about him as well. All right, now, Candace, you enjoy a smack every now and then?
No, I don't enjoy it, and I don't think the people in a lot of these clips enjoyed it either. Now, it's a disturbing new trend which is showing up on social media over the past week or two, and it's all linked together by the hashtag SmackCam. And you can kind of see an example playing on the screen behind me there. It's found quite a following on the Vine, where certainly in the past 24 hours I've seen several short videos posted, and as you can see, the concept is, whack someone in the face with something, and, it's all supposed to be fun and giggles. But in this case, it's a lot more than just, a cream pie in the face or anything like that. It's gallons of orange juice, and it's at times flames and flammable liquids, so it can be quite dangerous. And there's almost a sexist element to some of this as well, with, a lot of young girls posing and sort of waiting for a man to come up and pretend to hit her, but it's not always immediately clear that she's in on the joke, so it can...
It's almost as though Vine itself was designed for this kind of thing, being 6 seconds long.
This is reminiscent of happy slapping, but we're seeing a lot of this on Vine, a lot of Vine videos where people are just running up to strangers and doing random stuff. There was one, and it's kind of amusing. A whole lot of girls standing in front of a fountain. Guy barrels in behind, lobs himself into the fountain. They all run away, get wet, and various other things. However, what's the step? It has become intrusive.
Yeah. And sharking, that's a Japanese variation on it, where guys go and pull clothing off women.
Yeah. What's the hashtag for that
assault.
one?
Yeah, well, it is sexual assault, very much so. Candace, enough about SmackCam.
Yeah.
How is Twitter getting involved in television?
Now, this is a great example of two media outlets kind of getting in together and working the best sort of platforms in order to sell us things, basically. Now, Twitter is opening up its TV ad targeting. It's a service which has been in beta testing for quite a while, but it's opening it up more widely to business now, which means it'll probably hit your feed any day now. The idea is if you tweet about a TV show, now the buzz is excluded obviously because we don't have commercials, Twitter will assume that you've seen the ads during that TV show as well, and will send you a tweet, a promoted tweet, to match your TV viewing. So not only are you being hit with the ad from the TV, you're being hit with an ad on Twitter as well. So kind of doubling up, and they reckon that it'll make the message, penetrate twice as,
People who tweet about TV shows really annoy me. Like, watch the TV show. I don't want to know about whatever you're watching. Just
it is the most entertaining part of watching TV. Because it's the idiot box, yeah? And I don't want to sit there and just drool at what's on the screen.
Why are you even watching it then?
I want to participate.
Well, that's right. That's what this show's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, that's this show. Don't criticise our show.
Oh, hang on.
But Q&A, I mean, that is just brilliant. That's so much fun. And, when the Tour de France is on and when Eurovision is on, it's brilliant just to talk.
And what about when Big Brother's on, or when The Block's on, or Master Chef Kitchen?
Oh, you're such a snob.
Nightmares?
Hey, for every great thing, there has to be a bad thing.
For every great thing, there's 10 crap things. That's the problem.
Well, you know, for every great thing, you know, there is indeed a funny, sometimes a funny thing, sometimes a bad thing. And here's a great example of that. Blurred Lines is one of the top hits of the year, and here's a gender-bending parody.
I know you want it. I know you want it. I know you want it. You're a good boy. Can't let it get past me. You're just so manly. Talking about get blasted. These blurred lines. I know you want it. I know you want it. I know you want it. You're a good
I know you want it.
We've got another funky song coming up later in the program,
Have we?
so I'd stick around for that. Yeah.
Is that a good song?
Oh, it is. You'll like it. I think you'll like it.
All right, great.
You like
Looking forward to
buses,
it.
don't you?
Like what?
Buses.
Buses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like trains better.
Okay, it mentions buses though.
Right, okay. Dig on that. Right, do you have a website for us?
No.
No website tonight.
Oh, hang on, yes. This one is called Forvo, Forvo.com.
How do you pronounce that?
Well, this is the thing.
Right.
You know, sometimes there's a word, you're not sure how to pronounce it. Maybe you're travelling to another country and you don't know how they pronounced
Forget
Subway.
that. I've got problems with English words.
Subway with a penis in it, in Germany, for instance.
Like, how come Qantas doesn't have a U after the Q?
Because it's an acronym. So, Forvo is a website where you can learn stuff about pronunciation of words. The good thing about this is it's interactive.
Ah.
So you can want to pronounce a word. Let's say you want to pronounce, I really hate this, Stan, douchebag, but it's
Right.
handy in some ways.
Okay.
You might say, is it doshy bag? Is it douche bag if you're
bag?
in French or whatever it is? So I've put that in here at forvo.com. I've got 6 pronunciations.
Well, how do you know which is the right one?
Well, here's the thing. You can have a look at, and it gives you a handy little map down the bottom. So what the map does is people around the world have put in how they say douchey bag
Right.
or douchebag. And you go, well, I'm travelling to New Zealand next week.
Douchebag.
I wonder how they say douchebag.
Douchebag.
And then you can click on it there. A guy called TikTok Nick has given us the New Zealand version of douchebag.
Can we hear it?
No, we can't, unfortunately.
Oh.
We haven't got that working. But if you go to the website...
We lack the technology.
You can do that. And it can also be different words in different languages. So if you put in a word that's pronounced in Germany differently than English, it'll give you the way the Germans say it. Who knew that bastard is actually bastard in France?
Really?
Yeah.
Pineapple's another interesting one.
L'ananas.
Every different language, it's
Ananas
pineapple,
in French.
pineapple, 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 apart from German,
Yeah.
where it's something completely different.
Okay.
We might do something about that later in the show as well.
We do. It's probably got something to do with the Latin Germanic language thing. But it's a great site. 2 things. A, pronunciation. B, just to have a bit of fun and maybe even put some of your own pronunciation of words in the local Perth dialect for people who...
So how many syllables out of a tweet would you give it?
I don't like to rate things,
You don't
Joseph.
judge?
No, I don't judge.
That's a quality.
I want you to look at it and
That is-
make up your own mind.
You should feel proud of yourself.
I try.
All right. Candice,
Yo.
tell me about James Blunt. I know you're a big fan.
Oh, hell no. English singer-songwriter James Blunt has not only drawn the ire of myself, that's for his music, but drawn the ire of thousands and thousands of people across the UK because he spammed their email account accidentally, they say, but if you're a little bit cynical like some of us here on the Bazaar, then you might think accidentally, deliberately, just a touch. Now, the idea is that he's sent out this email to help promote his new terrible, terrible single, which I'm not going to play for you and I'm not going to even mention the name of. And it sounds like marketing genius, but the Twitter outrage that this has caused probably has sent this in the other direction.
See what Candice has done there? She's judged James Blunt.
She's judging.
She's
And I'm not
judging.
afraid to judge because I'm that kind of girl. That's
Oh.
the way. There you go.
Oh,
Be warned.
so you don't like any of Blunty's songs?
No.
You're beautiful.
None of them.
No.
You're
not a
beautiful.
fan.
Is there
Not a
another
fan.
one?
I don't know. Is there another
Hey,
one?
I'm allowed to not
Sorry.
like things. That's cool, man.
Okay.
They don't play any of his other songs. He's only got the one on his album.
Oh, look, I don't know the bloke. He's probably a nice guy, but let's just say if I've got, a choice of James Blunt and anything else, I'm probably going to play the anything
What about some
else.
Nickelback?
Oh, now you're testing me. It depends on how angry I am that day.
Oh, hang on. Now we've got to drop it. Okay, Nick, who
That's it.
else? What
All
about
right.
Bucks Fizz?
Anyway, so...
Shall we move along?
Yeah, James Blunt's people said that it was a clerical error to blame and that people who'd subscribed to other artists on the same record label's mailing lists received that email by mistake. Sorry. You know how it goes.
That photo there, that doesn't even look like James Blunt. That looks like the guy from Supernatural.
Well, I mean, he's obviously changed his hair.
Yeah.
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 He used to be in the army,
Really?
He was in the army,
Was he in
yeah,
the
that's
army?
true. And so was Shaggy, as in Shuggy.
Oh,
Candace,
really? Tell me about this warning system.
Okay, yeah, so
I
we're
want to
going
stop
to
talking about James Blunt.
Google has sort of refused to implement a warning system which some experts say could reduce the amount of child abuse material, and we all know what we're talking about here, accessed on the internet by up to 30%. Now, competitors Yahoo and Bing have already implemented this system, which basically shows a warning or display message when you type in something dodgy into the search engine saying, hey, this content might be kind of illegal where you are, so you might want to rethink what you're doing. It doesn't stop you accessing the content, but it does kind of make you aware that you're not anonymous. In Google's defence, it says that its own systems are better, though it refused to elaborate on that. So what do you guys reckon about that?
I think, I'm not a big fan of censorship. So I think the idea of Google putting a warning on a page saying that the content you're about to look at may be illegal in your jurisdiction, I think it's a really good idea.
I'd like to say something controversial, but no, I tend to agree. If you don't know, then probably best that you do get a little warning.
You've had fair warning.
And then when the police do come knocking on your door, you can't say, well, I thought Google was going to warn me and they didn't, which I guess might be the downside.
See, the reason I don't want that censored is that censorship tends to be a very, very big hammer.
Yeah,
and so if I was searching, I've got 3 girls who are 13 and under.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to search on clothing for them, so I'd probably go young teen girls clothing.
Preteen knickers.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're not necessarily doing the wrong thing.
No. That's right.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you know, I guess that's the Google argument there. Well, you know, some things sound harsher and softer in different languages, and the Germans do tend to take the rough end of the stick when it comes to these things.
Marguerite.
Daisy. Margarita. Margarita. Gänseblümchen.
Ambulance.
Ambulance.
Ambulanza.
Ambulancia.
Krankenwagen.
Science.
Science.
Ciencia.
Ciencia.
Naturwissenschaften.
The Buzz, Australia's only live, interactive social media program on free-to-air TV, is proudly brought to you by z03e20, Australia's award-winning provider of on-demand IT infrastructure for businesses that want reliability, speed and flexibility.